Hello and welcome back to the Robo Samurai channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you the studio series Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Transformers the movie, Ironhide 8624, and Prowl 8620. This is a 2-pack. I picked this up from Target, and we're going to just take a look at this thing. And I'm going to unbox it too. This is it. And so this is their plastic-free packaging. There's no plastic here. Anyway, so this is just kind of the standard fare when it comes to boxing here. So except for this part here, you know, they are, you know, with broken things, and then you got broken glass here, broken glass there, and then you can see it there. Okay, there it all is, like in their battle damaged form. There's nothing on the bottom to speak of, and really nothing on the top to speak of. Let's go on ahead and cut this thing open if I can. Can I cut this open? Do I have to pick the tape here? Let me see here. Hold on, I gotta get myself. All right, I'll use scissors this time. I don't know what happened to all my knives. Okay, let's do that. I think that'll be enough. And open this thing up, and we'll see what we get in here. Because these are basically re-releases of the Earthrise Prowl and the Studio Series, what do you call it? Studio Series Ironhide. So, all right, so let's go ahead and put that there, and that's just pretty much it for the box, I think. Yep, that's it for that part of the box at least. And I'll unpackage these in a second. You can also see the backdrop you get. This is kind of a nice thing you get with it, so it's pretty big. Look, there's a hole in the shuttle. Hey, that's a repeat from the last thing I did. So, yeah, check that out. Okay, nice. So let's go on ahead and cut this open. So I'll go on ahead and I'm going to use these this time because it'll be easier, faster, and quicker. So 1, 2, 3. Make sure you don't cut any of the... Hey, they both came just a tumbling out. And there we go. And then you got the accessories pack here. All right. Whoops. Hey, did you see that? I had all that stuff there. So, all right. I get this off here, get this off there. Nothing else to report on that front. All right, so let's go here. Make sure we didn't knock too much out of shape. I'll go on ahead and put Ironhide here, and we'll put Prowl here. And that's, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see. All right, we'll get you all posed up there just temporarily. And they both come with these 2 packs. You saw that there. So that's, however, what it would look like on the backdrop. I mean, we could even set them up here and there, and you can kind of see how that looks. Interesting. Okay. I'm going ahead and get this backdrop out of the way. Whew. All right, so it does come with instructions and stuff, by the way. So all one piece, not 2 sets of instructions. So that's kind of nice. And then the piece of paper that tells you multiple languages. This choking hazard, small parts in here. All right, so let's open up these. These are all nice and pieces of paper they got here. I'll use the expensive wire cutters or, you know, nippers to get this open, which I usually reserve for my models. I see. So here's some of the accessories it comes with. And it comes with the blast effect things, so that's pretty cool. And they're purple because, you know, supposedly they're getting shot by Decepticons. And I think these are the tips of those, so I hope I got everything out of that. And then that's trash. Let's see here. What else do we got? What else indeed? Here we go. Now, these are the guns. So, and I think these are for Ironhide. I don't know if Prowl has a separate set, but we're going to find out real soon here. Hold on. Pick up my trash. All right. And then let's look at this here. Open this up and get this out of here. Boy, this is just a lot of fun. There. I'll bet you this is just Prowl's 2 blaster accessories, and then his... you know, his shoulder cannons and his gun. So let's see here. I get this out, and out. Okay, actually, it's not those at all. So all he gets is his roll bar for his sirens, and then and then he gets his gun. So, which, that's it. That's pretty much all he gets. So it looks like you can just hold them to that there, and then you can put the roll bar here on the ceiling, or at least the roof of the car. So there it is there. It's kind of painted red right there, and the rest of it's just white. So, yeah, very cool. Okay. And then these two guns belong to Ironhide. So you can put them both in his hands, and he can shoot Megatron and his other Decepticons as they, breach the shuttle. So, very interesting. So, we'll put those there. Let's take a look at these blast effects. Purple blast effects. Pretty cool. You get two of the thin ones, and then two of these here, and then you get, looks like one. Yep, you get two of these, so they're all put together. So if you assemble these, they kind of look like this. One, and two, and there we go. And I think these are the same ones that came with like Jetfire or Skyfire or whatever, and they're just recolored. So, but yeah, this is pretty neat. I like it. So, looks like you could plug this right into the middle of his chest here. It doesn't quite fit, but I think that's the intention, is that this hole right here, you can put that there. Let's see here. I'm going to try the smallest one, see if that fits. That kind of fits, so you can do that. And then on this one here, you notice the battle damage effect there, so you can do something like that and peg this little thing in there. So, kind of getting shot up there. So not too bad, not too bad. Let's see here. Can we pose it? So we're just missing the smoke coming out of his mouth. All right. So if you saw Transformers, the animated movie from 1986, you would know what I'm talking about. And if you have, then that's it. So I think that these work really well. I like these. These are really neat, and that's a great accessory to get. And let's take a look at these figures here. And like I said, they're pretty much repaints and slight remolds of the figures. One from Earthrise and the other from the Studio series. So very cool. So let's take a look at Prowl first. And you can see here on here, it's got the head, and the head sculpt is all like kind of frowning, open, like worried look there. Got a little bit of what looks like battle damage here, and you got definitely battle damage here in that little peg area, and then the same thing here. This just looks like extra paint, kind of. I don't know if this is like this black is supposed to be there, or if it's not paint. I think it's not paint. I think that's just like how it came. And then you can see some of the detailings they have on the abdomen here. I think a little bit of paint right there. And these are painted here, paint there. And you can kind of see the back detail here. And then that's the roll bar that I plugged in earlier. And yeah, so that's what that looks like. And you can see the roll bar, it's kind of angled so that it looks like it's aiming forward, or like slanted. So it's supposed to be, I think, when you mount it, it's supposed to be like that. So, and I'm not gonna let that come out at all. So, but yeah, the head sculpt looks pretty decent there. Yeah, it's not bad. I like it. And at least it looks more like, I think this is supposed to be Prowl. It's sad Prowl, everyone. Look at that. Sad Prowl face. Oh, no. All right, so, all right, let's take a look now at Ironhide. And Ironhide here has, he's got the cracked windshield here. So they kind of did that. That's kind of nice. And then you've got, his face is also open. And wow, now there's just open. It's like a hole. So, which that makes sense. You've got, looks like these are, yeah, they're just painted there. This is not painted, actually, I think. Yeah, no, it's painted because it's chipped right here. That's what that is. And then, of course, this is painted. And then there's silver and some blue there and blue there. And then you got an Autobot symbol right there. And then you have, Zip skirts and things like that. Nothing painted here. Nothing painted at all down there. Just the silver accents there on the front. And then the back, you can kind of see just silver on the top. And then the side windows, which show up more in those there. Just all, you know, stuff for the alt mode and whatnot. So, yeah, not too bad. And like I said, I think this is supposed to hold one of those blast effects, but it just does not want to hold much. Yeah, I suppose if you did it right, you could, right? So, not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. So, yeah. So let's do a little bit of comparison here. And this is I believe this is what they call the Earthrise Prowl. So let's take a look at this here. And you can see the head sculpts look different. Okay, oops, let's see here. Ironhide, you stand aside because you're causing everything to focus in a weird way. Okay, so, but you can kind of see that these head sculpts are similar, obviously, but kind of different, really, in a lot of ways. Because I know that this one here, people said, well, this is more like the Blue Streak type of head sculpt, and some people did when they got this is they got their Siege Prowl head and they put that on there, which I did not do. But hey, stay right here, and if you want, you can I got that one here too as well, and we can compare that. This is the Siege Prowl, and you can kind of see the differences here. This is a totally new head sculpt, so it's not the same as what we had before. So, you know. And you can see, like, if you were to compare these two original ones, the Siege and the Earthrise Prowl, that they are different head sculpts indeed. But I kind of like this one. Now I can see why people actually swap this out. So, but I like this Cybertronian kind of, I like the Cybertronian version of Prowl. It's pretty cool stuff. So that's what we got going on with that. And the guns are, by the way, exactly the same. See, this gun here is exactly the same. This is the one that comes in this set, and then that's the one that you can see is the Earthrise version of Prowl holds. It's the same gun, so good there. Good there. Let's go on ahead and do another comparison. We'll go on ahead and bring in the two here. We've got the Studio Series. Both of them are Studio Series Ironhide. This is just the one from the kit. You can see here how these two look, and the obvious differences are going to be the head sculpt and the front windshield there. You know, so. And on this one here, which I can't tell, but it looks like that this is not clear plastic at all. This is solid plastic. It's all clear plastic on this one. It's painted, but you can see my review for that one there. And then these head sculpts, the faces are different, but the helmets are pretty much the same. So, and so you can kind of see the differences there. And this one is painted gray. This one's silver, so it's pretty good looking. So everything else pretty much is the same. I can't really pick out much difference. You'll notice that these side panels, this is definitely clear plastic on the first Studio Series, and this is just solid plastic with painted on the sides there. So yeah, it's not too bad. So if you're thinking about swapping them out, of course, the only thing you wouldn't be able to swap out is the centerpiece right here, unless you filled it in and repainted it, and that sounds like a lot of work. But yeah, all that is, see, you can see it up here. This is just solid right there and there. So, and I'd have to say that, you know, just from what I've been able to tell, just immediately, this is a little looser on my copy, rather than the original here. So, and, so maybe a little bit of mold degradation, as they call it. So yeah. And on this guy here, I think all the joints are tight. We do have all of the usual knee bends and everything else. So on Prowl in this set, pretty tight. I can't have no complaints about that at all. I think this one really does hold up. The remold on this one holds up. So if you haven't gotten this and you need this in your collection, I think this one particularly will serve you well. And I do like the extra detail that they put in here on the I'll say crotch area right there, so that looks good. And then the gray here versus this is black, yeah, so it's black on the original. I kind of like that looks good too. And then they picked out that detail. Actually, to be honest with you guys. This here is a remolded front as well as the bumper. And you can see the bumper on this one here is smooth. This one here, because this is all, I think, one piece, they added some extra detailing to it. But it's similar. It's very, very close. All right, so let's see this guy here. Yeah, I don't have any issues with this. I think, like I said, all of the articulation is the same as I did in the other review, and all the joints are tight on this. This bicep swivel is very tight on this side and this side, so that's good. This is even this is pretty good, and I know that in thinking the original, you'll see that this is made out of clear plastic here, and this is solid plastic, so that's something else. So you kind of see some of the differences between these two. They picked out some paint detail there with silver. So yeah, overall, I mean, they did a nice job of turning this into the movie, like, you know, a movie version, which we don't have. This is the only. I mean, they are the same, okay? Admittedly, these are exactly the same mold. They're saying this is the movie mold because he's got that. But I like this better in a lot of ways. So I think that this really works out, you know? So, I'll go ahead and give him his gun here. And as for Ironhide himself, I just pointed out that this is just a touch loose here. And this one's a little bit better. Everything else seems to be about the same. This feels loose to me. Let me pick up my Ironhide copy. Okay, so when I take a look here, this is still kind of loose here. Doesn't feel too bad, but you know, these thigh swivels feel a little loose to me, and on this one, it's generally the same. So, do a little tiptoe, tap, tap. And oh yeah, there's some detail underneath there too, so that's cool. How'd that detail come out on this one? Oh, not at all. See? Interesting. So, so we got the waist swivel, we've got everything else. It's pretty much here. They picked out, like I said, some extra detail on the paint, so... and I'm going to attempt to transform this without looking at the instructions. No, I'll probably look at the instructions. So yeah, it's pretty good. I think both of these are nice. So, and I like these guns here. That's great. They're painted in silver, cast in black plastic. Not much to write home about on these. They are standard. So that's cool. And of course, we got all of our wonderful blast effects, which I'm putting aside while we work on this transformation. All right, so let's do that, shall we? Which one should we start on first? Let's do this guy. Let's do Prowl first. So we're going ahead, take his gun off here, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these over here. These will be down, so you want to swing those up right there, and then tilt these in this way. Wow, that is tight. All right, so here we go. It's supposed to go in. Hopefully I don't break this. Oh, wow, that is... I think it's a little far in, I'm just going to say, because that's supposed to be the clip that stops it, I think, and... Oh boy, is that... I don't know, man. That does not feel right there, so... Okay, so we'll do the same thing on this side. Probably a little bit extra plastic there. That's not... the best, but okay. Hey, we'll deal with it. Okay. All right. So then we want to go on ahead and lift the hood up here, I think. Oh no, actually, just lift this up here, right? All right. Wow, that's tight. Okay, there we go. So lift those up. Lift this up. Let's pull this out, and then I believe we're going to turn the head around, and we'll go on ahead and close this little panel right here up. And push it until I think it kind of snaps. You want to make sure that's nice and lined up. I'll go on ahead and turn these arms this way. Take them, stretch them out, pull them this way so that the tires are facing that way and that way. Okay. And then we want to rotate the waist. Snap these together here. Snap them together. Holy cow. There we go. Just like that. And then we're going to collapse these into here, just like that. And then close this up on top of it. I hope I'm doing this right. So, yeah, like that. And so you're going to push those legs all the way in there, and then snap and close that whole thing together. Close that there, and we're going to take the arm, turn it in this way, and then we're going to take this arm here, I believe, yeah. So you just lay it down like that. Not much else to it. Fold it in, lay it down like that, and then this tab. There's a tab right here on the side of his arm right there. And you can just go on ahead and close that door. And there's also a tab right here for the edge of the door as well. So there we go. And close those up. Do the same thing here, and there we go. I believe that's it. Just give it a good squeeze and make sure everything lines up properly and everything's tabbed in right. And there you go. You have Prowl in his alt mode, and that looks pretty good. I mean, let's take a look at this. You got the little Autobot badge symbol right there. We've got the painted wheels I talked about earlier. All the same detailing as before. It's seems pretty tight. So, and then of course, none of this, there's no clear plastic here. So this is all painted light blue, which I do like this. I like all of this detailing right here. That's really cool. So if you wanted to replace like these panels with your other one, if you have the other one, it's possible, I guess. I'm not gonna really do that. But I mean, like, there might be, I think the most challenging part of that would be the posts. Okay, so you can kind of see some of the detail back here. This is painted black. That's painted black, and this is painted black as well. So, I like the Autobot symbol, which we saw in robot mode as well. So, yeah, that looks really good. And, of course, you can take the gun. You can mount it on there like that. And you can mount it on there like that. So, let's go ahead and put that guy aside. Oh, yeah. Does he roll? Of course, he kind of rolls just great, right? So... all right, let's take a look at Ironhide. All right, so Ironhide, well, this is going to take a little bit of a refresher. I'm not going to lie to y'all. So, all right, so let's go on ahead and let's see here. Where do they start? All right, so if they started here, we should start here. All right, so the first thing they do is open up this panel here all the way and then stretch this out. And then we're going to just flip the head in. Flip the head in there. Okay, and we're going to leave that there. Okay, there are two panels on the side here. You want to pull that one out and pull this one out. Okay, and then you're going to take this and close it back up on top, just like that. So you're going to have that. All right. The next thing we want to do is we're going to take this here, I believe. Yeah, this piece right here. And we're going to pull it down. It's the front bumper part. And then we're going to move these arms in this direction here. So straighten them out so that they come out straight like that. Okay, yeah, just like that. And then we're going to take these and flip them backwards. So these are on panels, so they're going to be like that. And we're going to fold them all backwards, just like that. And then they're going to tab in together right there. That slot, that tab. Bam. There we go. All right, and we'll just leave it right there for now. And then the next thing we want to do is fold this over, just like that. Let's see here. Like this. I want this out like this. And then we're going to rotate this whole thing around like that. And then we're going to bring this back up here and snap that in. Okay. All right, so well, it looks good. Looking good so far. And then we're going to pull this back here, I believe. Is that so what it's telling me to do? Yeah, just like that. So we're going to take this, and if you see there's these two, well, what are these? We'll call them tabs. They can slot into these areas here. So that's where we're going next. Just like that, okay? And then we're going to take I'm going to put this up like now. We want these down. I think we're going to also fold these fists in, so just like that. And then we're going to open up these legs. I'm going to start working with them. So let's take this. Let's see here. Okay, we got that, and then this. And then... Alright, so we're going to take these here. I thought we just have to open these up somehow. Oh yeah, there they are. So, these little panels, pull them up here. Just like that. And then we're going to take these, flip these over. So when you open up these panels here, it allows you to flip this joint over like this. And then we're going to open this up, flip this out. And then we're going to do this here. Okay. So same thing on this side. Flip this out. We've already done that part. Open this. Whoops, that came off. Where's that go? Oh, here. Okay. There. All right. And then, oh boy. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. All right. We're going to take this and flip this over here. So open that up, flip this open, and then it should come over on top of this here. So we've got that, and then this will peg into here and here. Kind of fit in normal like. Ooh boy. There, like that. And then we'll come around and do the same thing on this side. So it's like this, it's folded up. You want to unfold this hinge, open up this hinge, pull this over, and then bring this next to it and line this all up so that these lock together up in the front part. Okay, right here and here. Okay. You know, force it. No, not too much. All right. All right. All right. Put these here. That there. I wonder if... Oh, okay. Maybe it'd be better. Oh, this is really a lot tougher than I thought. All right. These should be here. Right. All right. Let's make sure that this is lined up right. There. Now... There we go. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull these back a little bit so I have more room to work here. And it looks like you can tab these two legs together right there. So that's probably going to help me align things a lot better. And then these here should go in here. The tops of these arms should also align here, which this is kind of the problem I'm having right now, is lining all this stuff together. Make sure it's... There we go. Wow, that's really not coming together the way you would think it would. But yeah, generally you're supposed to squeeze these together, and this is supposed to tab into there, which, there you go. Wow, that took a lot of effort. And then make sure that this is folded. These are folded out like that. And this is coming untabbed again, but there we go. And then we want to take these and then fold them down here so that they fit on top of this. Do the same thing on this side. And make sure that these tab back into the tops of those arms. And then squeeze them all together. And there's that, and this. And this here as well. All right. There we go. That's kind of fun. There is Ironhide in his alt mode. So, yeah, that looks pretty good. Outside of the big crack on his windshield. But, you know, outside of that, you don't... That's the only battle damage you really see. You can kind of see that there, and you can see how the blues align here. This is interesting here. They didn't paint the other half of this, probably because it was visible in bot mode. But yeah, this is and then you got the yellow line right there down both sides. We'll call it a pinstripe or something. But yeah, it lines up pretty good. Not anything to really complain about. Now, supposedly you should be able to take the guns and just tab them in on the top and stuff. So yeah, I think that would work if you want to do that. I can, and let's see here. I can put them there just to show you. But I think it would scratch the paint on these guns, so I don't know if I really want to do that. So you could do it this way or this way, probably like this. But we also know that, you know, in the ratchet version of this mold, that this would hold the roll bar. So, yeah, that's it. So, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. You know, for a 2-pack, for things that have been released, this is not a bad little set. Of course, it does have the battle damage and all that. Maybe what you're thinking of is swapping out parts, and there is some potential to do that with these, so you could do that, swap them out and whatnot. So, yeah, I think that all in all, good set. I like the way that they, you know, on these, that they've painted the wheels on them. Makes them look really nice. So, just to let you know, they did do that on the original Studio Series Ironhide. So, anyway, so that's what we got going on here, guys. So, yeah, I think that's it's a decent set, and if you've never had these figures before and they're hard to find, then this might be the set for you. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys next time.